We're now going to learn how to import charts from external sources. So of course it's sometimes easier for us to do that instead of creating our own. And we can simply copy paste, but there's other ways that we can do that as well. So let's go ahead and create a new title only slide. So I'll do that by starting in my home tab. I'm going to go to the new slide drop down menu and I'll choose title only. Okay, and then from there, I'm actually going to open a different file, and this different file is called Bicycle Tours Chart. You might have it saved on your desktop or maybe in your downloads folder. So Bicycle Tours Chart, we're going to just open that and then select the chart itself, and then we're going to use the Control-C shortcut to copy it to our clipboard, and then of course return to PowerPoint, right-click, and then we're actually going to paste it using the last paste option so that we're actually pasting it as not a chart but as a picture. Okay, so let's say that we know that we don't need to make any changes to the chart present in Excel. In that case, we can just paste it as a picture to prevent, sort of the temptation of making a change to it. And you'll notice that when I click on the picture, it's going to give me the picture format contextual tab rather than the chart contextual tabs that we would normally see if this were in fact a chart object. So with our picture, let's add a title actually to this slide, and let's call it Bicycle Tour Numbers. Okay, and then let's select the picture here, and then let's change the size of it. So I'll go to Picture Format, click on the Size Groups dialog box launcher, and of course the little arrow that appears on the bottom right hand corner of some, not all, but some of these groups here are what we refer to as dialog box launchers. So let's click on this one for the size group. That's going to open a pane on the right, and right now the aspect ratio is locked for this particular image, and that means that if I just hover my cursor, let's say over the bottom right hand corner here, click and then drag straight down, you'll notice that it's actually getting wider as well as taller. And so that means that the ratio of the height to the width of this image remains constant as I make it bigger and smaller. That's what we mean when we say that we've locked the aspect ratio. Let's say that we don't want to do that. We want to have more control over the dimensions. We'll just go ahead and remove the check mark. Again, locking the aspect ratio happens so that we don't end up in a situation like this where we've got something that's basically meaningless. But sometimes we do want more control over those measurements, and so let's say this is one of those cases. Let's click on the actual image again, and let's change the height to 5.11 inches or 13 centimeters. And let's change the width to 8.5 inches or 21.6 centimeters. And then, we can always just click on the image and then drag it around to wherever we want. But if we want to be more precise about it, then we can actually just click on the image, go to Format Picture, click on Position, and then decide how far we want it to be, horizontally and vertically from the top left corner, let's say. So let's change the horizontal position to 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters, and then the vertical position, we'll change that one to 1.8 inches or 4.6 centimeters.